You guys, it's almost here. College football playoffs are only a couple days away. I am really excited, so excited in fact I thought I would just it's hard to see, but do a little breakdown of each game, give my final score, and then the keys to victories. Just for the heck of it, I want to have some fun, just see if anyone agrees with me. So we're going to start off with the 1-4 matchup between Alabama and Ohio State. Just another chapter in arguably one of the greatest college football coaching rivalries of all time, Nick Saban and Urban Meyer. Saw them battle it out when Saban was at Bama and Meyer was back at Florida. So this is just going to add a little more fuel to the fire. Key victories for Alabama. Passing game. Give it to Amari Cooper, arguably one of the best wide receivers in NCAA this year. He's amazing. I don't have his stats. I wish I would have, but don't need any stats. Everyone knows just how dominant he is. And they got to go after the really young Ohio State secondary. Their whole secondary, which is 5 players, 3 of them are either redshirt freshmen or a sophomore. Got to go after that youth. And you got to pressure the quarterback, Cardale Jones, I don't know how to say his name, Jones in experience, expecting a big game out of their senior linebacker, Xavier Dixon, and the final one, and the biggest one, win the turnover battle. Alabama has a -1 turnover difference throughout the whole season. Ohio State, -9. Key victories for Ohio State. I'll go back to it. Turnover battle. Always got to get turnovers. And they got to control Bama's offense. Alabama has 62 touchdowns this year, and they are almost identical. 30 passing and 32 rushing. They're also averaging 37.1 a game. 37.1 points per game. It's going to be tough for Ohio State's defense to top that. And they have to score early. This whole season, Ohio State has 162 first quarter points. Alabama has 111. And for each quarter that Ohio State plays, as the team gets more tired, they score less and less points. And they have to shut down Alabama's run. To make shutting down the pass easier, they got to do exactly what they did to Melvin Gordon for Wisconsin. In the Big Ten Championship, they gave him only 76 yards, 0 touchdowns on 26 carries. My final, Alabama wins 35-24. Next, the big one, number 2 Oregon versus number 3 Florida State. Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota. If I had to pick, if someone asked me, alright, Noah, you get to pick any of the college football playoff games to watch, you can have the 1-4, the 2-3, or the championship, I would pick this game just to see Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota. I've seen some NFL mock drafts have them going 1-2, which would be insane. And, I'm just excited for this. You guys don't even know. Keys to victory for Oregon. Build off momentum. The last game was the Pac-12 championship where they dominated the Arizona Wildcats 51-43. They're also coming into this riding an 8-game win streak. They have not lost since the beginning of October to the Arizona Wildcats. And they got to keep the offense spread out. They got a really good quarterback in Marcus Mariota and a very good running back in Royce Freeman. Gives them just a ton of options to do what they want to score points. And the thing is, they got to get a big lead early and keep it. You've seen Florida State has really struggled, especially in the first half this season, but they really pick it up in the second half. I think that's Jimbo Fisher and the halftime adjustments he makes. He's a great coach. Alright, keys to victory for Florida State. Don't let the game get out of hand. I've said it before, They're really not a first half team, they're more of a second half team, so just to keep Oregon's points scored in the first half down as low as they can. And here's a big thing. Of every win this season, 7 of them have been by 10 points or less, showing that they can come back early and win the games they need to, step up on offense, step up on defense. We've seen them both. And 1, exploit all of Oregon's injuries. I don't have a list, but going off what SB Nation said, they have a few offensive linemen out, a tight end out, and there's one other one I can't really remember. And the big one, this could also go for Oregon too, win the quarterback battle. Who's going to outperform who? Marcus Mariota or Jameis Winston. Kind of equal quarterbacks, I'd say. They can both kill you in the pocket or they can kill you with their legs. Going to be really fun to watch. Nail biter, Oregon wins 31-28. And the championship, number 1, Alabama, number 2, Oregon. I know it's cliche to have a 1-2 championship, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I only put a few here because I kind of talked about everything that I talked about before. It could be used again. Win the wide receiver cornerback matchup. The big one that I think is going to be highlighted a lot is Oregon cornerback Troy Hill versus Alabama's Amari Cooper. And that could be the same thing for the other games. You got to win the cornerback wide receiver matchup and contain the offense. Both have just huge players. They both have a very explosive offense. 2 players I like to point out for each team. Oregon's Marcus Mariota and Royce Freeman, and Alabama's Amari Cooper and TJ Yeldon. And I think it's going to be not necessarily a high-scoring game, but just it's going to feel like it. It's going to be a lot of passes, a lot of big runs. It's going to be huge, but I say the first champion of the college football playoffs, drumroll please, Oregon wins 21-17. Alright, thank you all for watching. Keep checking back for more reviews. Remember, rate, comment, subscribe if you liked it. And respectfully tell me in the comments who you think is going to win the college football playoffs this year.